Hey guys, Travis from Worldwide Gaming here, and today I'm going to show you the different ways of making money in the Mount & Blade Warband universe. Mount & Blade Warband is the second game, developed by the Turkish developers Tailworlds Entertainment. In 2010, the much anticipated game's reception at the time was extremely positive at the time of release, gathering praise from critics and players alike. Through player reviews, Mount & Blade Warband got a 10 out of 10 from Steam users. The game puts you in a medieval land called Calderia and has no storyline present, so gameplay is mostly sandbox in nature. The player is able to join one of the 6 battling factions, become a mercenary, assume the role of a bandit, or become a travelling trader, going place to place with your party, buying goods cheap and selling them for a profit. Alternatively, the player can take on all the roles above at once. Calderia essentially becomes yours to manipulate, as player freedom is greatly promoted. Tailworlds have announced that they are currently in development of the next game, Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. This new game will be a prequel to the original Mount & Blade, and is currently in development. In the meantime, why not take some tips on how to be successful and wealthy during your time in Calderia. In Mount & Blade, having a huge amount of gold is key to a successful army, and a rewarding playthrough. Gold is used to support your troops. Your army has a few needs, including a weekly wage, food, and drink. If you want to conquer the world, you need to purchase upgrades for them. If you feel like a sadistic jerk, a quick and easy way to earn a plentiful hoard of loot is to plunder a defenseless village. To do just this, all you need to do is travel to a village with a reasonably sized party, around 30 to 40 troops. From there you'll have several options to select from within the village's menu, like recruit new peasants into your party, take up quests with the village elder, or even buy or sell goods to the village. The other option that we want to take is under the Take a Hostile Action button, in which you will be given the following options. Force the peasants to give you supplies. This option allows you to take all the village's supplies after waiting a few in-game hours. You will be prompted with a loot screen, which shows the available loot your army was able to collect. The items you will be displayed with are tradable and can be used to earn a quick buck. Another option you can partake in villages is a Steal Cattle option, which will allow you to take all the cattle held within the village. From there, you can do as you please with your new herd, direct the herd to a nearby village or town to sell them. Or you can kill all the cattle and just sell the meat instead. The final option, and my personal favourite, is the loot and burn option, which would allow you to burn down the village and take everything from the peasants after waiting a certain amount of time. During this wait, you'll be left vulnerable to attacks from lords and kings. If a lord comes to defend the village, you will then need to fight the lord's party and the entire population of the village. If you are victorious in an event like this, your army will continue to raid the village. Once you've raided a village, you are unable to interact with the village for a small amount of time. Please note, raiding villages comes with consequences. The faction the village belongs to will begin to hate you, and it lowers the prosperity of neighbouring villages, which shifts the economy. Ransoms. Another way to earn money in Mount & Blade is by ransoming people. All it takes is a bit of fighting, but there is a major difference. If you or your party members use blunt weapons like hammers or polearms, you have a significantly higher chance to knock your opponents unconscious instead of killing them. Knocked out enemies can be revisited after a victorious battle. You have the option to take them prisoner. Capturing important characters like lords are worth a much higher amount of money than a regular soldier. The broker's rates are normally between 50 to 150 gold per person, depending on the class or rank of the prisoner. Remembering peasants are worth much less than a knight. Another key thing to remember is that the amount of prisoners you can capture is solely dependent on your prisoner management skill, and that with each level you can capture 5 more than your previous maximum prisoner count. Key things to remember are that prisoner management is a leadership skill, meaning that only the level of your prisoner management skill of the player will determine what your party's maximum amount of captives can be. Trading. Simply put, you buy goods cheap from towns and villages, then sell them at a profit. If you want to be a good tradesman/woman, here are some basic rules of thumb to always follow. The first rule is, always check market prices first. Checking the prices in town will help you find appreciation and depreciation in goods. To do so, simply go to the marketplace and click Access the local prices. From this page, you will see a report about the prices in the market. If you have a high trading skill, it will allow you to make this process faster and more effective in finding offers and making profit. If you notice a good offer, you should take it. Buy cheap's good, travel to a selected city, and sell the goods at a profit. Your goods need protection, of course, since Calderia can be such a dangerous place. Remember that if you're buying a lot of a single good, its prices will go up. On the other hand, selling many units of a single good will cause the price to fall. Tournaments/arena. Arenas work as followed. You talk to the arena master and ask him to enter a fight. From there you will be awarded small sums of money for beating other fighters in the ring, with the maximum amount that you can earn being 250 gold for beating 40 opponents. This way isn't necessarily a good way of making money, but at those lower levels, it does pay off being able to get paid to train different weapon proficiencies in a safe manner. Tournaments, on the other hand, have you placing bets on yourself each round before you enter the ring. From there you'll have to fight your way through round after round until you win the final match, which is usually between you and the last contender. After you've won the final match, you'll be awarded your winnings plus the bonus money from your bets. As well, tournaments are quite good at getting income and large amounts of renown, plus leaving lots of room for weapon training. Taxes. Gain enough renown to influence a faction leader to give you a village or take a castle or town by force. With your new status as a lord of the town, you'll be allowed to collect rent on a bi-weekly basis, which can then help you fund your party's expenses. The negatives of owning fiefs are that when having property, it is now your responsibility to always protect and fend off attacks to your fiefs. For instance, if the village you own is raided, you will lose relation and prosperity with the citizens, affecting tax income. Or, if the castle you own is sieged and taken, you will lose the castle to the opposing force. Please note, owning too many fiefs can then lead to tax inefficiency. How tax inefficiency works is that after you own a certain amount of villages, depending on difficulty you're playing on, you will then be penalised as all the funds you are owed are unable to be collected effectively as a whole. The reason this mechanic was created is so that it can levy and regulate the amount of fiefs players can keep effectively. The amount of taxes you collect each week is completely reliant on the level of prosperity in each fief. What this means is that if your village loves you because you protect them from bandits and treat them well, you'll be rewarded much more than if you simply just kick them around and force them to give you all their belongings. The basic pay scale you should know with fiefs are that towns will give you the most in terms of base taxes, then villages coming second, and castles giving you the least in terms of base tax payout. I've been Travis from Worldwide Gaming, and today you've just seen the many different ways of gaining income in the Mount & Blade Warband universe.